say the shoe can always fit no matter who for this song. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough. I'm about to leave him with him. Cause if I run the game in these, man, the seams are splitting. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air.
Welcome to Noche Latina here in the NBA. A Latin flavor to the night's festivity as we get ready to go. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Nets in Brooklyn. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for New Orleans right now, Anthony Davis is out there with Embiid. Then it's Jay Crowder, and there's Hill, and it's Chandler in the 3 slot. You look at what Anthony Davis has accomplished so far in his career, the historic comparisons. I mean, they're mind-boggling. For a kid 23, Greg, the historic comparisons are very favorable for him.
I mean, he's been compared to a young KG and Duncan quite often. But in his first few seasons, his numbers look the most similar to Hakeem the Dream. And that's about as good a company as you can get.
Gasol kicks to Martin. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there. You know, and the funny thing about Davis having similar numbers to Hakeem, he came very close last season to putting up a quadruple-double. Hakeem was one of only 4 people to ever accomplish that.
New Orleans on D. Love outside. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, Davis might get a quadruple double at some point. Last season, he had 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks on 4 different occasions. The rest of the NBA had a combined 0 in that category.
Now Schroeder. Wilson Chandler missing from long range. Outside Martin. Gasol setting the pick for Martin. Gasol drives in. The rebound by Wilson Chandler.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
From the arc.
Wilson Chandler.
Good.
For 3.
Chandler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And stolen by Love. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
New Orleans is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hill dishes to Chandler. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Hill has the open look. Here's Embiid. Rejected by Gasol. In the corner, it's McDermott. He dishes it to Gasol. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And finished off by Martin.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And watching Jay Crowder, he can really boost you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Now, here is Martin. Now, here's Schroeder. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Chandler outside. This is to Crowder. Kicks it to Embiid. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
Davis, the pass to Embiid. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Chandler's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pelicans.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Now here is Martin. It's a pick by Love. Outside for Gasol. All sorts of time. Good as the jump shot falls. Gasol's got 7 points in the game. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
McDermott kicks to Gasol. Here's Schroeder. They get it back. Here's Martin. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Misses off the left iron.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
And, you know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
So for the Bulls, Anderson Varejão's checked in for Gasol. And it's Calderon in for Dennis Schroeder. New Orleans also making some changes. Kufis checked in for Joel Embiid. Julius Randle comes in for Anthony Davis. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Wilson Chandler.
And Schroeder still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his three-point shot and cut down his turnovers. But those are things that often come with time. And he's got time, still very young at this stage of his career.
Here's Calderon. The Pelicans make their last shot. It's a pick by Love. McDermott, no one around him. No good on the three. Pelicans trail by 3.
Chicago foul call.
And for Schroeder, not a great outside shooter yet, but he's an attack guard. I mean, blinding speed, very slippery, eel-like. He gets into that lane and can make a defense collapse in a heartbeat. That alone is where his value is right now.
Stolen by Varejão.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
The Pelicans have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Picked by Randle. Here's Mills. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Calderon with it. Shot clock at 5. The shot is off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
Bulls foul call.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
2 shots.
Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, Clark, not the improvement that some were hoping to see on him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season, very low for a guy of his caliber.
Varejão with a screen on Hardaway. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
Timeout for the Bulls.
Chicago calls timeout.
Fans now coming on the court are your level Bulls. Make some noise and cheer them on.
So Chicago